At exactly 11:43 p.m., the phone rang. Mara Levin was awake when it happened. Not because she expected a call, but because she never slept through the night anymore. The screen lit up. No name, no location, no carrier, just a number. Mara did not reach for it right away. She watched it ring for 4 seconds, long enough to register the rhythm, short enough to feel deliberate. Then the phone stopped. Immediately, it rang again. Same number. Mara sat up in bed and held the phone at a slight angle, as if the screen might reveal more if she didn't look at it directly. The number was familiar. Not emotionally familiar. Procedurally familiar. She had seen it before. And it shouldn't exist. 3 weeks earlier, Mara had been at her desk with a cup of cooling tea and a compliance dashboard that refreshed every 90 seconds. It wasn't dramatic work. No raids, no arrests, no urgent calls. Her job was quieter. Audit the systems. Compare records. Confirm that every piece of data had a place to belong. The system Mara worked inside disliked ambiguity. Ambiguity was a liability. And liabilities were always someone's responsibility. That was why the number stood out. It appeared during a routine scan, a late-day sweep that looked for anomalies in communication metadata. Normally, an anomaly came with context. A region mismatch, a carrier error, a duplicated identifier. Something that could be corrected, categorized, and closed. But this number had no attachments. No name. No account. No billing profile. No geographic origin. It floated. Mara stared at it for a full minute before the shape of concern reached her throat. A phantom identifier inside a system that demanded proof. She highlighted it, tagged it for review. The system accepted the tag, then refused to save it. A small alert blinked. Not an error message. A blank rectangle where an error message should have been. Mara tried again. This time, the tag didn't fail. It disappeared, not moved, not overwritten, gone. That was when Mara understood she was not supposed to be looking at it. The phone rang a third time. Mara's thumb hovered above the screen. Most people had instincts that arrived with noise. Fear, curiosity, annoyance. Mara's instincts arrived like a checklist. If you ignore it, it returns. If you answer it, it changes you. If you block it, you prove it mattered. The call ended, then started again. Same number. Mara answered. Hello. There was breathing on the other end. Slow, measured, like a metronome. Then a voice. You saw it. The voice said. It wasn't threatening. It wasn't urgent. It sounded certain. Mara kept her tone level. Yes, she said. A pause, longer than normal. As if the voice was waiting for something to happen. Good, it said. That means the system still leaks. Mara didn't ask who it was. She didn't ask how they had her number. Those questions assumed rules still applied. Instead, she asked the only thing that mattered. What is it? The voice exhaled. It's a remainder, it said. A rounding error. That doesn't make sense, Mara replied. It does, the voice said. Just not in public systems. Mara's eyes moved to her laptop. She hadn't closed it. The compliance dashboard was still open, glowing softly in the dark like a thing that refused to sleep. She typed with one hand, careful not to let the keys click too loudly. The query returned. Nothing. The number was gone. Not hidden, not encrypted. Gone. You removed it, Mara said. No, the voice replied. I made sure it stayed. Mara frowned. You just said it was a rounding error. Yes, the voice said, and sometimes errors are intentional. Mara listened to her own breathing. Her heart rate stayed low. That worried her. How did you get this number? She asked. Another pause. This one, the voice said, was left behind. by someone who no longer needed it. Mara's fingers tightened around the phone. Left behind where? In a file, the voice said. One that was marked resolved. Mara closed her eyes. She had seen that word before. Resolved. You shouldn't have called me, she said. No, the voice replied. I shouldn't have been able to. A measured breath. But here we are. The voice began to explain. Not everything, just enough. Some people aren't erased, it said. They're detached. Their identifiers remain. Their access does not. They exist outside the systems that define everyone else. Invisible, but operational. Mara felt the room change, not physically, logically. You're saying someone like that is calling me, she said, a faint sound on the line, almost a smile. I'm saying, the voice replied, that you found something you weren't meant to see. And now you have a choice. Mara held still. What choice? You can forget this number, the voice said. It will let you. Or you can keep looking. And if I keep looking? Mara asked. The answer came immediately. Then you won't be alone. The line went dead. No click, no static, just silence, as if the call had never been connected in the first place. Mara stared at the phone. No missed call. No call history. Nothing to prove it happened. She returned to the laptop. Ran the scan again. The number didn't appear, but something else did. A note buried deep in the log. One line. Row, anomaly acknowledged. Mara leaned back in her chair. Somewhere, outside the system that paid her salary and validated her identity, someone was watching the same errors she was. Not erased, not gone. Waiting. That night, Mara didn't sleep. Not because she was afraid, but because she understood something now. The system didn't forget people. It archived them. And sometimes, the archive answered back.